I'm Renee and I am with Humble Hiccups. If you haven't seen my blog, make sure you check it out at humblehiccups.com. Everything that you're going to see today in these rooms is listed out on my blog, and it was also featured on Project Nursery, so I'll link that too so you can go find these items for yourself. But little Miss Bowen here is going to join us because this is her room. Yes, and we're keeping it real. This is almost her nap time, so she's going to kick us out soon. Overview of her room and just kind of a backstory is we found out we were pregnant with her. We have my son Camden, who's almost 3, and we wanted to do a remodel on the home that we purchased back in 2014 because we knew we needed a couple more bedrooms. So 6 months pregnant, we embark on this whole remodel, and it began this process that I was so unfamiliar with, from, you know, contractors and the actual structural design to the fun part, the interior design. And I was so excited because I got to design your room from the ground up. And she had spent the first 9 months of her life in like a pack and play at the foot of our bed, so she didn't have any space of her own. So this room is like a dream come true. And it doesn't compare to the room I had growing up, which was like Pepto-Bismol pink and like strawberry shortcake. But anyway, the inspiration kind of started from this crib set. Oh, are you going to be crabby? Okay, you can get that. This crib set I had seen from working with a company called Evalure, and they have so many great different designs. So I went on their website and I knew that I wanted something that was like a soft gray, that was very, you know, feminine but structured and cool, and that also grew with Bowen because we were moving in here when she was almost 10 months old, and I knew she wasn't going to have much time in the crib. So this needed to move into a toddler bed, and it actually goes all the way into a full-size bed, which is really cool. Okay, so in terms of the overall theme of the room, I had no idea really what I wanted to make this room into, but the minute I saw this light from Restoration Hardware, I was like, oh gosh, this room's going to be pretty and girly and dreamy and soft, which it really is. This whole room is very calming, and it's like one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. So I had the help of my dear friend Andrika King. She's with Andrika King Designs, and she helped me do a lot of the stuff that was going to stay put for a long period of time, like the curtains, and you know, this main rug is something that she helped me pick out, and the paint color I wasn't really sure of, and this paint color by Benjamin Moore is called Majestic Mauve, which is like a perfect name for the color and for the room. So overall it's just very soft and pretty. And as you can see, the dresser matches the set. I think all of the sets from Evalure are really, you can mix and match, but the dressers, they have hutches, they have bookshelves, and then obviously the cribs that, again, are transitional. So the only thing I changed on this was the knobs. I did go to Anthropologie and I did some knob changing just because it kind of made it cute and fun and young and girly. The quality on these are great, and again, these I had the help of somebody else with the organization of it all. Life in General, Jen Robin has a company who comes in and they like overhaul your entire house, and they clean out everything and they label everything, and so they were a godsend when I moved into this house because I needed that for sure. This mirror was kind of a staple too. It is from Pottery, or PB Teen actually, so you can find some good deals. This was a lamp that we had previously when we kind of were doing some design stuff in the original house, and I just thought it would go perfect in here because I liked mixing the metals, you know, golds and silvers and brushed and polished. I think it kind of just adds like a fun element, and that way you can like mix and match a lot of different things. This is from West Elm, and I had this rocker when I had Camden, so this is kind of transitioned. We'll probably get rid of this at some point and get like a bigger comfy chair, but this is a great place where now she reads a book and she has her little downtime before she goes to sleep. This rug right here especially was kind of one of the first items that I purchased in terms of what I thought the color scheme was going to be, and it ended up being like a fun pop of color with the yellow, which I didn't really expect to have, because then I was thinking, oh, I'll incorporate a dark denim or like a a blue color with the grays and the creams and the lilacs and the pinks and stuff, but that yellow brings kind of like a tribal element. So this rug is from Lorena Canals, and they are amazing because you can stick these in the washing machine and they wash up like a dream. So it's perfect for a little kid's room. This little piece here I wanted to incorporate because this is an antique acrylic bar cart essentially, or an end table, and this was my grandmother's. This is like the only piece I have of hers, and I think it's so cool that it's like retro, but it comes back. Acrylic is huge right now, and so I just decided to use it as the little end table to keep all of, you know, the things that I'd need sitting here, like her brush and her diapers and diaper cream. And this is a fun lamp from Target. This is the Oh Joy collection, another mommy blogger and creative woman out there, so that collection you can find at Target. But yeah, this little corner is just our little nook. Let me tell you, gallery walls are actually harder than you would think. Kind of incorporating different, you know, not only pictures but art and then little fun pieces and installations, and then I just decided to throw in the dream catcher for that dreamy element. And of course the astrology comes in, and she's a little Taurus. So this, you know, this nook just became a little art gallery-ish because, you know, adds a little fun element. And I like that little piece. That's from minted.com, and it shows all the major landmarks because Kelly and I, my husband and I, like to travel a lot, so hopefully the kids get to see all those places. Let's go over here. This is going to eventually turn into like her little lounge reading area. This is her bookshelf. She actually really loves it already. She'll come over here, stand up, pull all the books down, flip through. So I think this will maybe turn into something where we'll add like a canopy or just something kind of loungy. Like she'll put her little blanket there and she can hang out. This bookshelf is from overstock.com. It was less than $100, so that was a steal. I liked the little star detail here. And then just adding, you know, simple things that you can interchange as they grow. This bee, actually my mom made. It was from my grandmother's, all of her costume jewelry. She like had a ton of costume jewelry, so when she passed, obviously my mom thought all that, and she really didn't know what to do with it, because it's not like it's from the 80s too, so it's very, as you can see. But it was a cute, creative, Pinteresty idea, and I think it goes perfect with the color scheme as well. So this is her little name plaque, and it says, how wonderful life is now that you're in the world, and it has her name and her birth date. And there's her little newborn picture. This again is a vase from the Oh Joy collection, which I love because that will actually change, and I can probably put it on her dresser. We can put flowers in it at some point. And then all the books, all the things that have kind of been passed down from Camden as well. And then this is from the Pillow Fort collection at Target as well. I went to Target for pretty much everything. It's the best place to find decor. And then my friend Monica O'Deegan, she has photos by Monica. She's a really talented newborn and maternity and you know, cake smash, first birthday photographer. So she did Bowen's little session here with the unicorn theme. And that picture pretty much explains my daughter. This actually is a decal too from Restoration Hardware. And that was one of the last elements that I added because this wall was really big and it needed something there. It's funny because I look at it and I'm like, is that crooked? But it's just the way it's kind of like curved. And it says, let her sleep, for when she wakes, she will move mountains. Because when she wakes, she yells and she's ready to take on the day. And then this picture over here is a really special picture. I went to the ABC show back, gosh, I was just newly pregnant with Bowen, so it was like last October. And Docatot was doing this collaboration with this group, these two women that essentially are, I think they're from Finland, or they're Dutch artists and illustrators, and they have this whole collection, and they're called Mrs. Meggetto. And so Docatot had these really cool docs that they were just doing a new design with, and it was this illustrator, and I loved the whole like color scheme. I love elephants. Elephants bring good luck. It's my favorite animal. And so this picture was just a print that I had found on a website, and then I went to framebridge.com and they framed it up so perfectly Like, you pick out your frame, they design it, they mat it, and this is like a staple for this wall. So check out Mrs. Meghetto, because they're really fun illustrators. That brings us to the window, and this again will be some sort of play area eventually. That's where her stuffed animals are, and she loves going in there and just kind of pulling everything out. And I thought this was a great area because she can grow into it. Like I said, when we moved in here, it wasn't necessarily a nursery because she doesn't have a changing table anymore. She doesn't really have like the baby things. And she's gonna eventually wanna come sit here and have like a tea party, or, you know, maybe send some emails with her friends. And this is her little book corner. So we keep some fun books on these shelves. These are from Pillow Fort, again from Target, and they're little cloud shelves. This is from Pillow Fort as well, and here's her just, you know, more of the decorative stuff. Love is a Tutu is a really cute book. So this is her closet, and I decided to do a barn door because I thought it was girly. And then kind of the overview of her space. Again, Life in General came in and labeled and just organized everything. So her shoes are there, and I interchange her clothes, obviously, every 3 months because babies grow so fast. So yeah, so this is a great little closet space. Welcome to space. As you can see, this is my son's room. This is a toddler room, and I wasn't really sure what his theme was going to be either. When we were doing the renovation, I was thinking about it, and I didn't want anything that was really cheesy, and, you know, if I couldn't change the colors really easily, or if he just got bored of something. So I wanted to pick something that he was really interested in, and he kept talking about space. He was always reading space books. So it was kind of just something that developed. And when we were doing construction, one of the first things that was installed was his ceiling light, his pendant light. And I remember talking him into it and being like, oh, let's go see your own, you have your own satellite. This is like your very own satellite. And he got super into it. So this light was definitely one of the main driving forces in his theme. And he loves his space. He loves the overall feel of it. There's a lot of things to do. And again, the crib set was something that I was like, oh gosh, do I transition him right away? Do I, you know, put him into a toddler bed as soon as we move into the house? And then I thought, no, because then he's going to be transitioning that, and I'm going to be waking up with the new baby and whatever. So I just kept him in the crib, and he actually totally loves it. And he doesn't, you know, climb out of it or anything. Fingers crossed, I'm saying this now, and he probably will start tonight. But this set is the Santa Fe set, and again, it transitions into a toddler bed. It then goes all the way into a full-size bed. So these come down for the footboard, and the headboard stays. So I think it's a really great idea. The quality is amazing, and the price point, you just cannot beat it with Evalure. This again, this wall space was pretty blank, and I needed something to fill it. And I saw this decal on Restoration Hardware, or RH Baby, and it was just a perfect addition. And he loves it. He thinks he has his very own moon. And then again, he's a toddler, so he needs a little space to where he can like go and hang out and play hide and seek or read or go play with his little cars. And this canopy from Land of Nod was just a great addition. I don't know if they have it anymore, but they have different canopies that are great too. And this one's just the planetarium style. His rug is really just a quilt that I think should be going in a bed. But I use it as, you know, just kind of a little centerpiece focal point rug where he kind of names the planets, and he can say all the colors, and he knows all of his planets, which is really cool. So this blanket's kind of an educational piece as well. This dresser is actually not part of the Evalure set. We did have the one that was sent, and it matches the hutch, and actually you can put the hutch over the dresser. But this one just blended in with the wall color, which I actually really liked, that design element. And we had purchased this back, I think, when we first moved into the house, before Camden was even born. And this just moved really nicely into his room. I actually do want to point out something that I didn't say in Bowen's room, but it's important to, when you have dressers and you have hutches and you have bookshelves and all these things, that you need to anchor them against the wall. It's so important that I think people forget about, and especially with toddlers and kids that are pulling out drawers and climbing on things, you can't always be watching them, so it's really important to to anchor these things. These are not coming off the wall. But yeah, this dresser I think just looks really nice. It's a good size. And then it again moves into a gallery wall. Okay, so this corner was again an area where I was like, do we put another bed here, like a twin bed? And I think as he transitions into an older age, we'll probably move a bed, you know, on that side and then have another bed here for friends to stay over or whatever. But this chair was a hand-me-down chair and we got it for free. And it's just like a perfect addition. I just put this star quote over it that I got at Target because the fabric matches and everything, but there's a couple of stains that this just makes it look more blendable into the theme as well. And it's a really cozy chair, so we sit here and read books before he goes to bed. And this just is an art piece that will grow with him forever. Even if he's like over the space theme, it still is very cool and masculine. And over here is the hutch, and this is kind of again his little focal area of where he comes and can grab toys in those baskets. He picks his space books out of there to read every night, and then we just have a couple of pictures. This hutch is a great piece of furniture too, just to have, and it fits perfectly in this space, which I was so thrilled about. And this